Okay, Peter Boyle? you know,
Ooper duper.
listen, I really have to thank our listener that
Give her a shout out.
I don't want to do that.
Why not?
I don't want to signal people out for
Why?
certain things. Doug's the super fan. He gets signaled out all the time.
We need somebody to talk about. Oh, fine.
Yeah.
Give this person a shout out. Not that I know who this person is, but
Well, one of our Instagram followers,
okay.
Diana, she went and
Okay.
sent me a message while watching the last episode.
Thank you for watching.
Yes, that you look like the dad from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Okay, Diana, I think. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. I think you need to go back and watch Everybody Loves Raymond again because I've gotten told I look like Ray Romano. I've been told I look like Andy Garcia, and I've been told I look like Andy Pettit. I don't think I look anything like Peter Boyle.
Apparently, you do.
I don't see it.
You don't see it, but apparently it's there.
She does, but I
Yep.
don't. So if you can message us back a little clarification.
Yeah. She said you look like the dad from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Well, that could be Ray Romano is a father on the show, so she could be.
I think she meant Peter Boyle.
She probably did mean Peter Boyle. I don't see it, and if you can, next time you're watching, if you just a little clarification, how, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for letting me know about that because that was the comment that made my week. And I made sure I told Doug immediately.
Oh, of course.
Didn't he send you a picture of Peter Boyle?
No,
He said he was going to.
he didn't.
I guess he forgot.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everyone to the Dragoon's Lair podcast. I am the Blue Dragoon himself, Daniel the Dragon, and with me once again is Peter Boyle. No, sorry, that would be King Hamster Pellet himself.
What's shaking, people?
That's right. We got Mike in the house this week. So, how was the production? How did everything wrap up?
It was good. We had a little slow getting started. We had opening night. We had about 16, 17 people in the house, but that was to be expected because it was Memorial Day weekend. People going away, had graduation, so opening night was a little slow, but we took it as another dress rehearsal. The next Saturday and Sunday things picked up. We had about 50, 55 in the house.
Not bad.
And we held steady at solid 40, 50 numbers the rest of the run, which I think is good because, it's not really... if you say, I'm going to see the Divine Sister, people are going to be like, what? You're seeing who?
You're going to go see Sister Act with Whoopi Goldberg?
Exactly, right? But, for what it was, not a really known show, we drew good numbers, I would say. If you would say, oh, I'm going to go see, I don't know, Arsenic and Old Lace, people will know that. So you're going to go see Divine Sister, people go, what?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't because I've never even heard of that one.
Arsenic and Old Lace?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Cary Grant. Get some movie knowledge in your head.
Yeah, I'd go back to Humphrey Bogart, not Cary Grant.
Well, got news for you, buddy. Cary was after Humphrey, so.
Yes, I prefer Humphrey Bogart.
Okay, whatever.
I'll go back a lot further. So,
Anyway.
with that being said, we are here once again to bring more fun and entertainment to each and every one of you out there. That's right. So, make sure you drop us an email for any comments you have at dragoonslairpodcast@gmail.com. That's dragoonslairpodcast, all one word. Dragoon is spelled with 2 O's. That's dragoonslairpodcast@gmail.com.
Hey, let us know what you think of the show and let us know who I look like.
And, yeah, we know he looks like a puppet. He's not a real boy. So, we've gotten Peter Boyle. Let's see who else we can get.
Pinocchio. Okay, so the list. Pinocchio, Andy Pettit, Andy Garcia, Peter Boyle, Ray Romano. That's 5. Who else do I look like here, people?
Well,
actually, I think cute little side story.
Oh, okay. We got a side story already.
This is the Andy Pettit thing.
Okay.
I'm at the bank one day. I had a Yankee hat on. A little old lady standing in front of me. She just happens to turn around, looks at me, and she goes, "Whoo!" And she quickly turns around, and I was like, "What?" And then she looked at me again, and she goes, "Whoo!" And she turned, and I'm like, "Okay, what the hell's going on?" And she turned around and she looked at me and she said in the sweetest, little Irish accent. She goes, "Are you?" And I'm like, "Am I who?" She goes, "Are you Andy Petite?" And I mean, the woman's I could not say no to this woman. I could not break this woman's heart. So I shook my head. I go, "Yeah." I go, "Shh." And I said, "Yes." She goes, "Oh." And she quickly, like, she took out like an old bank receipt. She goes, "Can I?" I'm like, "Of course you can have my autograph." And I signed, I think the woman's name was like, Rose or something like that. I go, "To Rose, my number one fan, love Andy Pettit." I couldn't break the woman's heart. I couldn't do it.
You have a soft spot,
I do have a soft spot.
other than the one on the top of your head.
Actually, no, I had that removed. All right.
So now we've been holding off for a while
Yeah.
for our Flash Spectacular.
Savior,
Flash.
Savior. You know, actually, we're doing that.
Yeah,
I've heard from Mr. Jones himself.
yeah. I hear a lot of these things until we actually
No,
see.
I
Yeah, but
went to Chiller last year and I spoke to him. He said it's in pre-production.
yeah, well, when I went to Chiller years ago and met Gil Gerard, Buck Rogers, he looked like he ate Twiggy. So yeah, so I take most things with a grain of salt. I mean, when I did meet Mark Singer at Chiller one year, it was while the new V version was coming out in the early 2000s, and he saying he was going to be in it, and it came true in the final episode.
Hey, he didn't say when it was going to be in it.
I
He said it was
know.
going to be in it.
It was a little disappointing because I would have really wanted to see where that show went.
Yeah.
The original series was iconic, but we're going to talk The Flash, and I do not mean Gordon.
I know.
We got to talk The Flash because as we're recording this, The Flash is in theaters,
Okay.
but we want to talk about The Flash that really matters.
The real Flash. The
Grant Gustin. The guy we've gotten for like 9 seasons
Yes.
and 1 season of Arrow because that was the introduction.
I think the Arrow, when he shows up on Arrow, just the chemistry that he has with Stephen Amell.
Oh yeah.
It's just watching these two is hysterical.
Oh, it's like watching Supernatural when you're looking at Sam and Dean together.
Yes.
They feel like brothers. Jensen
Yes.
Ackles, Jared Padalecki, they really feel like they seem like they are legit brothers.
Right. It just I like the episode. I don't think it was a crisis episode. I just think it was a regular crossover where Barry and Oliver switched abilities.
That was actually a crisis.
That was a crisis?
Yeah, because they had to go find Supergirl. She was the only one, so that was a crisis event.
Okay.
Not one of the major crises, but still a crisis event.
Yeah, so Stephen Amell runs really, really fast, and Grant Gustin had all of Green Arrow's, archery abilities, and he shot him twice in the back.
Same way he did to him.
Same way, and Grant is like, "Yes, that's awesome! I finally got you!" And he's like, "This isn't a joke, Barry." He's like, "But you did it to me." I got that feeling that Stephen Amell was always like a little bit of the older brother type.
Yeah.
And Grant Gustin is like the one who walks up, "Gotcha."
Yeah. I can kind of see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I've heard a lot of dissenting opinions on the finale. Now, I think you and I have slightly different takes on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I loved it. I thought it was a great wrap up for everything. I mean, we knew it was ending, and Flash ending on a happy note to me seemed like I knew Game of Thrones was going to end on a complete, like, holy shit.
Did they even end that series, or is it still going?
It ended, but there's the prequel series, and then there's going to be another spin-off series.
But he never finished writing the original books, did he?
No, we are still waiting on the last 2 books of the Song of Ice and Fire. So, Mr. Martin, if you would.
Get off your ass.
Seriously, like, come on. I know you're writing the shows, but there are some characters in the books I really wanted to see what happened to. So, I know it was never going to be a happy note, but come on. Endings are important. This isn't the 80s and 90s where shows just end.
Yeah, I mean, with The Flash, I think this is where our opinions differ. I like the episode. To me, it didn't feel like a series finale because, okay, you introduced Max Mercury. You introduced Jesse Quick.
No, Jesse was already
Um,
there.
who
That there were two
two
other
other speedsters.
speedsters.
Okay, are they going to get their own spin-off series?
No.
If then why bother introducing them?
Yeah, well, it was sharing the legacy of the Speed
No,
Force.
see,
Listen,
with something like that, okay, that goes into the next season. That's why to me it felt like a season
but the
finale.
thing is, they did the same thing kind of with Stargirl. Stargirl ended, and it was cut too short. But Stargirl did get an ending where it's like jumped into the future, and it was like the Justice Society, and it's like all these things are going on, and you're like, really, you want to know where everything's going.
Right.
Unfortunately, we're not getting that.
Nope.
So, I mean, this is pretty much the end. And because we're talking about The Flash and it ending, we do have to address the fact that the CW did finally make their decision. It's going to be a short season of Superman and Lois for season 4.
Good call.
So,
I like it.
at least the short season. So it did get renewed. And
Most
as
importantly,
as we predicted, Gotham Knights gone, canceled.
Thank Christ.
I couldn't do more than that 20 minutes of the first episode, and I couldn't do it. It was Batman's costume looked horrible from what they showed. Bruce Wayne getting thrown out of the Wayne Towers like building and landing on the floor. I'm sorry, but no.
You can't have a Batman-esque show without having Batman in it.
Although,
I mean, Gotham worked.
but Gotham, I had this thought recently, and you can tell me how you feel about it. But it's everyone likes to say in the comics, it's like, are the criminals there because it's Gotham, or are they there because they're there because they see Batman and he's there and he's the challenge?
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at Gotham, it pretty much there was no Batman.
Right.
Bruce was there, but he wasn't Batman until the last episode. Yeah, he did try to start learning how to defend himself and everything, but for the most part, it was a crime-filled cesspool with these crazy villains, and it almost seemed like they were there for Gordon.
Giggles, yeah.
They were there for Gordon.
Yeah.
They weren't there because of Batman.
Now, that answered the question.
Yeah.
Did Batman bring these out, or these characters bring up Batman?
Which is
in the realm of Gotham.
Yeah, it's one take of.
Right. It's okay. That's the question. Did Batman create the Joker? Did Batman create all these villains?
Yeah.
No. In the world of Gotham, it's the villains who created the need for Batman.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. That worked.
Yet it's hilarious because when you look at the Flash, now, the Flash all his villains were his fault.
Yeah.
Because it was the explosion of the accelerator.
But that wasn't his fault, though.
No, but he created Reverse Flash, and canon-wise, it was, hey, this guy, he envied the Flash. It's like he wanted to be the Flash. Mm-hmm. He wanted to be the Flash's friend, and it all blew up in his face.
Literally.
So it's, hey, now I'm going to be his greatest nemesis. And so he created himself because he created Reverse Flash.
Yep.
So he created his villains, and they even have a character that named them all.
Yeah.
I did wish Cisco would have came back for that last episode.
I missed his quirkiness. I think that was once he left. I mean, it was still a great show, but I just think it just missed a little of the sidebar humor.
Well, that and also the other two characters that they brought in, they didn't give them enough time to develop. We had 6-7 years with Cisco and Caitlin being there all the time, so you grew attached to those two.
Yeah.
But when it came down to it, these others were there for 3 seasons, maybe
3-4 seasons.
Yeah, and it really just felt like Allegra. It felt like you got a little more time with her as time progressed, but some seasons it was like, why is she even here?
Yeah.
I mean, I think after they lost Cisco, but also with Ralph Dibny gone.
which I didn't. I missed the elongated man. I
Yeah,
thought he was a good choice.
it was a good choice. I mean, unfortunately, there was the controversy with the actor, but
But didn't it like prove to be like false with him?
I don't know. It. You know what? They let him go after it was. So no matter
Yeah,
what, it was already too late. It was a shame, really.
it was.
But because we had some good stories, like everything seemed to be going okay, and then all of a sudden it was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So with all of that going on, I mean, the Flash hit a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but overall, it did maintain a specific quality
Yep.
to it that a show like Gotham kind of dipped in and out.
Oh yeah,
You
definitely.
know, a lot of the Arrowverse shows, you know, Arrow was great from point A to point B. But then you went and you had like Black Lightning was awesome for the first season. The second season was pretty good. The
Yeah.
third season was like it started getting a little confusing. And I loved Legends of Tomorrow. Absolutely loved Legends. But every season, it was the comedy version of American Horror Story, where it's the same actors over and over again, but the genre changed each time, which I actually really enjoyed.
Now, see, this is where we differ a little bit. With Legends of Tomorrow, I liked it up until the point where, what's his name? Uh, Hunter? Rip. When
Rip Hunter?
When they changed his character and, like, they quote unquote killed him, and then they brought him back and with somebody else, I was like, right up to there, I was like, no. That's where they lost me.
Mm.
And then, I mean, it still had some good moments in it.
I mean, it was still the same actor as Rip. They just changed over what he was doing.
Yeah, see, I didn't like that. I liked Rip Hunter as he was in the beginning. I just thought that character was great. I did like that they brought in Matt Reeves as Constantine.
Matt Ryan.
Ryan, thank you, Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan as Constantine.
Yeah, his Constantine was great.
I think he should be. I mean, if they would ever keep anybody, keep him as Constantine because he set the bar so high.
Problem is, they want to do another Constantine with Keanu. And I didn't like that Constantine movie. I liked the series that they did with Matt Ryan.
Oh, that was awesome.
Even the animated movies with Matt Ryan voicing John Constantine.
Again, because, I mean, there are just some actors who, it's like lightning in a bottle. This person just gets the character and they play the character so well that you can't picture anybody else being that character.
Yeah, it's the same way like Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't picture anybody. I mean, although in like the movies, the cartoon movies, I believe it's John DiMaggio who voices Deadpool.
Well, for what was it? For the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, it was Will Friedle.
But
for that one episode.
I'm talking about the movies. So whenever he popped up in
Wolverine
versus
Hulk
movie,
Wolverine versus the Hulk,
and he popped up a couple other places.
I only remember that one.
I think he popped up one or two other places.
Yeah,
but still, live action, Ryan Reynolds, hands down, and I believe the voice actor's name is John DiMaggio, who played Deadpool. Again, hands down, perfect choice.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the thing. Some of the characters worked. I mean, when we look at The Flash specifically, a lot of the characters worked. There were things that they changed, but things changed in the comics as well. So, we kind of had to sit there and take some of the changes. You and I are some that grew up with Justice League. It wasn't Barry. It was Wally.
Yeah.
And we got a different Wally, which they brought that in the New 52. And it kind of felt like this was trying to stay in the New 52 realm.
Mm-hmm.
But, I wasn't a fan of the New 52 other than the first Justice League meeting where Batman just takes Lantern's ring off and is like, no buttons, what, to work off of willpower or something. It's like, don't ever do that again. I'll do it whenever the fuck I want. That just was Batman at his finest.
And they actually kind of mirrored that
in the animated movie.
They
just left out the I'll do it whenever the fuck I want.
Whenever the fuck I want. He goes, but I like when Green Lantern was talking to him, he goes, so, can you fly? No. Do you drink blood? No. You have any superpowers? No. He goes, You just a guy in a bat suit? Yes.
Yeah, that was one of those moments where it was just like so good.
And I think Nathan Fillion as Green Lantern.
Which is what we should have gotten rather than Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern.
Well, what I heard about the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern is they sold him on a completely different script.
We've all heard that one. The problem is he's still in that one specific movie.
He said he signed the contract, and I'll give Ryan Reynolds a tremendous amount of credit. He honored the contract.
Yeah.
He's like, you pulled a fast one on me. He goes, I will do Green Lantern. He goes,
Under duress.
Under duress. He goes, but I will not do Green Lantern 2.
Well, listen, the good thing is he got to meet his wife.
Yeah.
So, and Blake.
Although I don't
seriously,
know.
if you push that chair any further back, it's gonna fall over.
No, I'm good.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. Why, are you gonna tip me over?
Yeah, like I can move my leg enough to do that.
And your crutches are on the other side of the room, Gimpy.
Yeah.
Anyway, just getting back to the Flash, I like how they updated it, but how they homaged the '90s Flash.
Oh yeah, they honored it.
When they brought him in as the father,
Yep.
John Wesley Shipp, I was like, that's great. Okay, he's in it, perfect. But then when they started talking about Jay Garrick, I was like, okay. And then when they brought in Teddy Sears, when you first see him as Jay Garrick,
yeah, the fake Jay Garrick,
the fake Jay, I was like, okay, that's cool. But then when they did the whole reveal that he was really the bad guy, and I was like, in the back of my head, I was like, ooh, can they do it? And then when they brought in John Wesley Shipp to play Jay Garrick, I'm like, I actually applauded. I was like, that is a cool, classy
and it was
move.
great to see him also in Stargirl as well.
Yes,
because they, even though it was a different universe, they were able to still cross it over.
Yes, I thought that was very well done.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's one of the things that I loved was the way they paid honor to it. They brought Mark Hamill back as the Trickster, even though they had Trickster 2. So it was like two versions. I do wish they would have had the female version that they had if they could have got her back.
Yeah. But didn't Tara Strong play her?
No.
No. It wasn't Tara Strong?
No, it wasn't Tara Strong. I forget who the actress was. Tara Strong was Harley.
Yeah, no, but I also thought she did, what was her name? Trix or something like that?
Yeah, no, I don't know. But you're going to look it up, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
Well,
but,
you talk, I look.
Yeah, no, the thing was, it was a complete change. Like, they changed, if they would have had that actress on there as well, which I don't remember if they did or not. It's been a while, and it's 9 seasons to get through for a rewatch, and I was busy watching Suits.
That's another good show.
Yeah, so I got through that one before it leaves Amazon Prime this week. So I'm like, ugh.
What?
No, that I got through Suits. I really had to barrel through that one. I think I did, what was it, like 9 episodes in one day?
That's a lot.
Yeah. So, but you figure a lot of the characters, though, on The Flash either paid homage or they returned, they got straight up people from the 90s Flash.
Yeah.
Because
the actress's name is Joyce Heischer.
Yeah.
Heischer, but she played Megan Lockhart.
Yeah.
And that was who Mark Hamill took hostage.
Yeah. Took hostage and then became his, like, basically another version of Harley.
Yeah.
It was like Harley before Harley.
Right. It was like a trial run.
Yeah. So, I mean, but there were so many of these great characters that came out of it. Like, which one of the Flash characters from the CW Arrowverse, like, really stood out for you the most?
There's a couple of them. Well, I am a huge Reverse Flash fan.
We all know.
Ever since I first saw him in the comics, I was like, oh, there was something about it that just drew me to it. So I like both actors who played him. I kind of wish that the original Reverse Flash, the original actor, got a little more of a run with the character instead of it being Tom Cavanaugh all the time. I mean, Tom Cavanaugh did an amazing job, but I just kind of wanted to see the other guy a little bit. So I got to go with Reverse Flash. Um, gotta love Cisco
Okay.
and Katie Sackhoff's character.
Absolutely, yes. Katie Sackhoff coming in, she stole every
Yeah, she
episode she
did.
was in.
It,
And
it between the accent and just like you think, oh, if we don't get this gem, like the whole world's gonna. She's like, oh well, that's good enough for you. Let's go.
yeah, yeah, she was absolutely perfect
Yeah, she great casting choice.
with the power of magnetism.
Yeah,
And then they had the one that was supposedly like her rival, but also like love her lover.
yeah.
That was like he was the gold. Yeah, with the gold
Mm-hmm.
chain.
Yeah,
Yeah, she had metal. Like the other guy was gold.
right.
It worked.
Eh,
I have to say I did miss when they stopped really tapping into the rogues
Yeah,
because we know what happened to Captain Cold. We know where Heat Wave goes off to, but it would
yeah.
have been nice to see Rainbow Rider.
I would like to see even see Captain Boomerang.
Yeah, Boomerang. I think part of the problem is that they DC and Warner Brothers has had that weird thing when it comes to over the years where they're like, oh, if we do it on a show,
You can't
we
do it in the
can't.
movie.
Yeah, so it can't be in the movie. So we lost out on actually having like the Suicide Squad because they had to take them out. So those characters had to be eliminated off of the show. Even though I really like the guy who played Deadshot.
Yeah,
Like he was actually really good. And then the guy that was Captain Boomerang was good, but it was just like, yeah, it didn't last very long. They tried bringing in those new rogues at the end to work with the new, with like this. What was that? With I'm trying to remember because it was like it was a weird thing where they brought in them for the to get create the avatar.
okay. Yeah.
They were I think they were with like blood work right before
Yes.
Bloodworks and stuff. Like they were like new versions of the villains that we'd
Yeah.
already seen. So it was like that was the whole thing where it was like with Pied Piper and
Mm.
them.
Although
So
Pied Piper, if they would have let him be Pied Piper, that could have been a good character to
yeah,
have.
but Pied Piper's also a character that you're gonna kind of sit there and look at and be like,
Well, if you kind of look at it, all the Flash's rogues, you kind of went, really?
yeah,
I mean, you have the Trickster. I mean, the hardcore ones, okay, Reverse Flash. But, okay, come on, you had the Trickster. You have, I believe Plastic Man when he first came out, he was a rogue, he was a villain.
well, Plastic Man in the comics villain it starts off, but he was a petty thief.
Yeah, but still.
So I mean, you get more of that if you go into like Brave and the Bold.
Yeah. But, one of the Flash's earliest rogues was a man named Turtle Man.
Yeah, well, he used the Still Force.
Yeah.
Some of the craziest shit they
Yeah,
came up with.
what was in the Flash one of the moments when you went, oh, one of your like face bomb? Really, did they do that moments?
Oh, like the cringiest
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
Okay, like the funny thing is like there weren't too many of those
No, there
cringy
wasn't
moments.
too many moments, but when they happened, it happened.
Oh, yeah, but it was one of I'm trying to think what like I thought like most of it was cute and not really too cringy.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do have to say when it comes down to it, it was more like when they tried to go and like they brought in Patty Spivot,
Mm-hmm.
making Patty Spivot look as dumb as they made her look
Yeah.
when she was actually like a highly intelligent character. That it was like, ooh,
That was
like
the one with like the bad luck powers, right?
no, Patty Spivot was the cop. That was was Joe's like sidekick that like became his partner for a
Right.
little while. Was work like Barry kind of dated her before him and Iris like really got together.
Okay.
And I mean, because which is funny because Linda Lake was there, but she's supposed to actually be like
Wally.
Wally. So it's like,
Yeah.
but redheaded Wally, not the
Not the
younger Wally that
yeah.
they used. Because it's like it's Wally at multiple ages.
I still think they dropped the ball on that because they kept leading you up to, and I felt this was in Crisis. I felt it was kind of a letdown where
It
what?
was more of a letdown that they had they still showed like the other versions of the Flash in the multiverse working to like doing their thing, but you didn't see redheaded Wally.
See, this is where I thought they could have they dropped the ball a little bit because the first Crisis came out in what, fourth, fifth season?
I don't remember.
Well,
it like it was all over the place.
Right. Ever since they established, ever since he got established, and they found the time tunnel, and it keeps saying Flash disappears in Crisis. Flash disappears in Crisis. Finally, you had Crisis on Infinite Earth, and you're like, yes.
Yep.
And people who know the comic book run, that's where Barry Allen died.
Yep.
And they kept saying Flash disappears, Flash disappears. What they could have done, you could have had Barry disappear. You could have had Barry, quote unquote, die. And then, I keep saying this, at the end of the episode, you could have everybody at Star Labs. Oh my God, Barry's gone, mourning, whatever. And then Cisco could have noticed something on his computer. There's a speedster or something, and it's heading this way. And you could have had Wally.
Yep.
You could have had him in the brighter red suit with like the lightning bolts kind of pointing down towards his dick. Because it is. If you look at Wally's suit, the lightning bolts point towards his dick. I'm just saying.
It's more the phrasing, not the placement.
Yeah, well,
it's the phrasing.
It's like those people who work out and they have that V dick ab, that one ab that just has no point, just points toward your dick.
The cum gutters?
The V dick ab.
The cum gutters.
V dick.
Cum gutters.
Anyway, you call it what you want, I call it what I want. They could have had the redheaded Wally show up, and everybody looks at him, and he takes off the cowl, and it's the redhead, and he's like, "Hey, it's me, I'm the Flash," and everybody's like, "What?" He goes, "Wally West," and that's where they could have ended that story.
Yeah.
And then you could have had the next season, or the next 2 seasons of them trying to find and bring back Barry Allen from the Speed Force. It would have worked.
Yeah, would have given Grant a break, but
give him a break.
It was what it was. There really wasn't much.
It wasn't bad. Now I'm not saying it was bad. It was just kind of like, kind of a letdown when they killed the other Flash.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could really say was the cringiest stuff was them trying to cram the relationship between Allegra and Chuck.
Yeah,
like they kept doing that will they won't they like sitcom kind of a deal between the two of them, and I was like, this is like where it feels out of place.
Yeah, it did. It if they had more time, let it come about naturally. But I think that they knew they were wrapping it up. Don't rush it. I mean, will they? Won't they? Not really a main focal point of the show.
Yeah. Now, I mean, we've talked a good amount about the Flash, and I gave you a topic that we were going to discuss, but I'm changing things up.
Good.
Because we need to watch something.
Oh boy.
I said it, so we're going to watch. So this is going to be a real treat for everyone who watches the episode. If you're just listening to the audio, you're not going to see what we're watching. So we are going.
I'm afraid.
Oh yeah, you should be.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid, people.
Yeah, because we are going to watch the I've got a few trailers set up for things, but we'll stop some of them at certain points. But we got to start with. I brought it up last time. Raccoon.
Put it up on the big screen.
I can't put it on the big screen. It's on the shared monitor. Raccoon.
So can you see it on your computer?
I can see it on mine.
All right, well, turn it around so I can
that's what I'm trying to do, but it's like it wasn't playing.
First off, if you didn't see it's basically Rocket Raccoon if he was a zombie.
Yeah.
But if you didn't see a really grotesque blood dripping off the fangs of this raccoon, and if you just said, "Hey, what are you seeing? I want to see Crackoon," you're gonna say, "What, motherfucker?" It could be the most racist title name ever. Crackoon.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay. So
and who brought us this gem?
Oh, I don't know.
That's fine. Who? Oh,
shoot.
Crackoon. Well, he's figuring out technical details.
Well, the problem is I can't see the screen because it's on the second screen.
All right. Well, then turn it around. I thought I was ready to go.
I was trying to. hell's that? There we go. I think that's. Yep. Here we go.
Old Denny here's got something a little.
Hey, turn off the volume so I can hear it.
I don't even know if it's frozen or not.
It looks like it's frozen.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Gotta love the fact that it's taking this long. Like, why is this not playing?
Yeah, because it knows that we wanted to do it.
Yeah.
First off, is that Anthony Kiedis on the screen?
I don't know.
It looks like Anthony Kiedis.
I can't see it. So hang on a second.
I gotta figure out who made this gem.
Raccoon, folks.
The title alone doesn't draw you in. You probably have better taste in music.
Extra
movies
special
than
for
we
you
do.
two tonight.
Yeah.
What the fuck you talking about?
Bro, I'm talking about the latest thing to hit town. Acid mind drainage.
Come on, man, it's my turn.
What you're seeing is the effects of a designer so-called street drug.
Tonight is going to be the most epic night of our lives, man.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Danny, the party's over. What are we gonna do?
Be careful out there today.
I will. It's not like anything major is going to happen. It never does. I need you to give the sheriff a call. We got 2 dead bodies up here on the mountain. I don't know. Maybe a bear or a mountain lion? I'm not sure.
I am telling you, it's a killer raccoon, okay? It's all fucked up on drugs and shit.
Can't be.
Yep.
What the fuck did we just watch?
Raccoon, folks.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Brad Twiggs, if you're watching this, I will tag you. Get in touch with us. The fuck, man.
Yeah, this was just so bizarre.
How much I want to know. How much was the production on this? And we need to talk about it.
Okay, well, here.
I was
Oh, boy,
working
here-
for a
what is
king.
this?
What is this one? I think this one is, what is it? Let me see. Cocaine Shark.
Named Garis.
Cocaine Shark. And we're opening in a parking garage. So obviously, the cocaine sharks can drive.
Yeah.
Tons of mafia and drug money fueling his big campaign, HT25. The serum started failing, resulting in freaks of nature, horrible creatures created by its side effects.
There's been a change of plans.
Change of plans? Because of the lab explosion? Missing test animals?
We had an accident at the lab, an explosion. The remaining specimens were either destroyed in the explosion or escaped.
Is it following us?
I think I saw something in the water. I think it was a shark.
The special effects just in the trailer alone. And you had a problem with Sharknado. No, this is where you should have a problem.
Oh, now I do. If I had it, I mean, I'm not a fan of Sharknado. I don't think I'll ever.
Oh,
Oh god.
Let's introduce the band. George.
I'm Andrew.
yes. They are doing a Wham movie for Netflix.
Well, at least, unfortunately, Wham really did happen. And okay, no,
It wasn't a cocaine
it
fever
wasn't-
dream?
Let's say, yeah, it wasn't a cocaine fever dream. I mean, it was the '80s, but you never know. But at least Wham
The number 1 album.
were real people.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
We had a string of
They were a real band.
and we were selling
Vocal
out
group.
arenas.
How can the country be in love with these two idiots?
We met when I was 11 and Andrew was 12.
And there was only ever one thing that I wanted to do. Be in a band with George.
Andrew changed my life in exactly the way someone needed to change my life if I was going to be a pop star.
And that was it. Wham!
I mean, your record has been slagged in the press. Slagged, yeah.
It knocked George. People weren't taking him seriously as a songwriter.
Pop became a very dirty word.
Whilst I was happy being in a band, George needed more. I never felt that our music defined me in the same way that it did for George.
As a young gay man, I was just uncomfortable because I was closeted.
For George, chart position was the ultimate validation.
I was forging an identity through my success, and by necessity, I went with full gusto into the progression of Wham.
It's the cocaine shark?
And the
raccoon.
Yeah, because hit pause because I don't want to miss the next one.
Okay.
Because Wham, you have people who are Wham fans, okay? Growing up in the 80s, you heard the music on the radio.
Yeah.
Okay? That's fine. 'Cause they're showing, like, okay, George Michael passed away. Now they're showing, they're going back. It was just like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Okay, that was fine. Got no problem with the Wham trailer. That's fine. You want to see how they came about, what they went through, how they did it? Fine, not a problem. Because it's true and it's believable. Because it really happened. Fucking cocaine shark and raccoon? I'm still at a loss for words.
We've left him speechless, folks.
What the fuck, man? I can write better shit than I do write better shit than that.
You say that.
God, I do. Okay, Loki.
The universe now has countless Kang variants. We must prevent this.
Yeah, sorry for the internet lag, folks.
Oh, I thought you had pause. I'm like, what are we waiting for?
No, this is just a lag. I think because it's on the second screen.
Probably.
If we were recording on the desktop and on the computer, TV screen, different story.
Kang attempts to control the timeline are futile. It will always find a way to break free.
You may be right, Loki, but I will fight to maintain order until the end.
The Time Variance Authority has eyes everywhere, Loki. You can't hide from us.
I don't plan on hiding. I plan on thriving.
We can shape it.
It's him.
I can help you if you trust me.
Right.
So, Loki season 2.
This summer.
Yep.
I like the first one.
Looking forward to season 2.
Season 2. I like the crocodile Loki.
Oh yeah,
that was funny.
Well, that's like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Yeah, throw it against the shit together.
Peter Porker. Whenever somebody turns into an animal, like Frog Thor.
Frog Thor, yeah. But no,
I wish they would have did that in the movie.
Yeah.
That would have been funny.
Just a little.
Even though we saw it we got a little bit in Loki season 1, like you saw, like the frog. Yeah.
And that was like an Easter egg.
Yeah.
But I like how the one Loki showed up from like the 80s comic book, like the yellow and green spandex with the big horns.
What the hell is happening out there, Fury?
Yeah.
Okay. Secret Invasion.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I haven't watched the trailer, so I was like,
that invasion is here, Rhodey.
Yeah.
And you know what invasions lead to,
Invasion
right?
is supposed to be Fury's last one.
Think so.
They lead to war.
You always told me there is no shame in walking away. when the steps are uncertain.
Yeah, well. This is different.
Fury, why haven't you called any of your special friends?
This war is one I have to fight. Alone.
Very few of us know about the wars fought in the shadows that have raged on this planet.
Since you've been gone, things have gotten much worse.
You're the most wanted man on the planet.
Check your footing. Otherwise, someone's gonna get hurt.
You don't know what they have planned for you.
One last fight.
Where are the Avengers?
Fury, we're gonna be very careful now.
Oh, next week.
Yes. Now, see, I'm looking forward to this one, especially because this will be like, we didn't get a Nick Fury movie other than that TV movie with Hasselhoff. So it'll be cool to see a Sam L. Jackson like led Nick Fury project.
And for a 90s TV movie, that one wasn't that bad with Hasselhoff.
Well, it did give us a great line, like, guys like you seem to cling to the bowl no matter how many times you flush.
Mm-hmm.
Still use that one to this day.
Hey, it worked.
I mean, here we go.
Things have changed.
Move the cursor away from the phone.
I started hearing whispers about Thrawn's return.
Looks like it was picking her nose.
I don't know. I was hearing the microphone from you. Just like
as heir to the Empire.
We have to prepare for the worst.
The Jedi fell a long time ago. There aren't many left.
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
Something's coming. Something dark. I sense it.
This is a new beginning. For some, war. For others, power.
It's been a while. Things have changed. I started hearing whispers about Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
We have to prepare for the worst.
The Jedi fell a long time ago. There aren't many
Yeah, that guy's
left.
died, right?
I'm not sure. I didn't watch Rebels.
No, I'm not talking about the character.
I think so.
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
Ahsoka seems like it's definitely going to be worth it.
Oh, without a doubt.
It almost makes me want to have to go back and watch Clone Wars and Rebels.
Mm.
Almost.
Almost. No, it with the exception of the first two trailers that were.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far everything looks solid and watchable.
Come on. You can't get behind the Crackoon. You saw how cheesy that thing looked?
Yeah, no.
That rabid raccoon on crack. Ronald Reagan would have a field day with this. Just say no, kids.
Just say no.
We all mourn our lost son, but But she wouldn't have wanted you to be like this.
Okay, Aquaman.
Our
2,
people
yeah,
need
cool.
a king. Strong to protect.
Aquaman 2.
Aquaman 2, the sequel. Just in case people don't know what 2 meant.
Yeah. It's more along the lines of it's Aquaman 2. Here's more Amber Heard.
But not really.
If you want to watch Jason Momoa have a lot of fun, Fast X. I'm just saying.
And I heard people like Vin Diesel were getting pissed at Momoa because he was stealing all the scenes.
Oh, he chewed the damn scenery. Every scene.
Because Momoa knows, okay, I'm in the Fast and the Furious. It's not. He's not doing Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody put a meme up. How did they get from this? And it's street racing.
Oh, yeah.
Illegal street racing to secret missions, flying Fieros in space. How did we get there? Okay, Momoa knows. Yeah, okay, this is.
Yeah, it wasn't a huge leap.
No, not to go from street racing to Fieros in space. Yeah, that's a big leap there, buddy.
Fieros in space.
But even Paul Walker's like, thank God I died when I did.
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
Little too soon. Too soon. Too soon. Did it just crash?
Probably. Paul Walker probably just cursed your laptop.
Yeah.
Make fun of me, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
Since Mara died, I no longer know if I can be worthy of being the protector of Atlantis.
You said Mara died?
Yeah.
I have to find other ways.
Son, be careful what you find down there. There are creatures that lost their way in the depths.
The studio really wanted to get rid of Heard.
Arthur is not the same man that he was before.
A war is coming. Creatures from the deep are rising and will rule the seas. Who will be the king who will lead our people?
Yeah, I was not expecting to hear Amber Heard's character ever since Mara died.
Yeah, right in the trailer.
Yeah.
Please don't put it in the trailer.
No.
Just
You know what?
See it.
No, that's to get people, anybody who didn't want to see it because she's in it, this will get them to come in because it's like, hey, we killed her off. It was kind of like Jersey Girl. Everyone heard about Geely and they were like, well, J-Lo dies in the first 5-10 minutes of it, so...
Within the first act, she's gone.
Yeah.
But just like herpes, she comes back.
What the hell's happening?
Could this be D3?
D3.
Or another X-Men movie?
D3.
Timelines are broken, Logan. And we're the ones who are going to have to fix them. Let me get you up to speed.
The multiverse is a mess right now. And not even the TVA is enough. As absurd as it may sound, we need you, Deadpool. We need all the help we can get.
All right, maximum effort.
Wait, is that you?
It's me, old friend. Bringing you back from the great beyond.
Time to make the chimichanga.
For one last adventure in this convoluted multiverse. Who knows what we will come across?
Playing Barbie girl. And that was
I'm going to see Deadpool 3, but just from that trailer, I don't know.
Oh, come on.
I'm going to see it, but
you know that was so worth it.
it was the first trailer I saw for the film.
Yeah.
Again, don't know exactly what is he working with a TDA now?
Not a clue, but you know what? It could be that he is the TVA.
Could be.
That's the thing. It's, I was like, we got to check out some of these trailers because I was like, you know what? I don't know if everyone's going to be able to hear, but everyone who's watching is going to be able to see. They'll be able to see our reactions. They'll be able to see the trailers. But if I didn't make the window huge so they could see which trailers it is, so they'll be able to create the playlist themselves if they want to watch the trailers. But yeah, now I needed to give us a little something because I wanted to torture Mike just on the Crackoon alone. It's Crackoon. Come on.
Motherfucker.
Come on. Out of all of those trailers, which one was your favorite?
Gotta go with Loki. Loki and Ahsoka. They're neck and neck.
Loki, Ahsoka, and like Secret Invasion are just like so anticipated right now.
Like I would put Ahsoka 1. Loki like 1.5. And then a solid 2 would be Secret Invasion. Those are my top 3.
Yeah. So, I mean, I actually was not expecting to get excited about seeing a Wham movie. And
again, it's
let's face it, we had Bohemian Rhapsody, Rocket Man.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, these biography movies that they're doing, they're interesting.
And it looks like with the Wham movie, it's not like
an actor portraying.
It's not an actor portraying. It looks like archival footage.
Yeah,
like,
this is
more
like
like a documentary.
Yeah. So as a documentary, I don't watch a lot of them, but this is one I'm definitely gonna watch.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be worth taking a peep at it.
Yeah. Now, Deadpool 3 is a given.
Oh, I'm definitely
Now,
seeing it.
The real interesting fact is that because of the writer strike, things have gotten moved around, and they pushed Captain America back.
And they also changed the title. It's supposed to be New World Order. They changed it to something else.
Yeah, but when they changed it and they moved it back, you know who just jumped in its place? Deadpool 3.
Really?
Deadpool 3 will be coming out even sooner.
Nice.
So Deadpool's really screwing with the multiverse on this one. It's like, yeah, I'm showing up first.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, my problem with the Deadpool trailer, it seemed like they recycled too many scenes from the other films.
Well, they have to at this point because
so then, that's why I really didn't get.
But remember, they're not giving enough, and they're not gonna give you because they're just filming it now.
Right. I mean, then I wouldn't even bother putting out a teaser, or maybe just do like a little teaser.
But it's Deadpool. I mean, let's face it. Giving those little teasers is part of the fun of Deadpool movies because, I mean, let's face it. The leaked footage from the first movie
is what got made.
Yeah, but that one sequence alone.
Mm-hmm.
Not only had you seen it already, but then it's in the movie itself.
Yep.
So it was like, oh, this just gets better and better.
I like when he stuck the lighter in the guy's mouth. I never said this, but don't swallow.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like Deadpool's going to be like chopped up because you're not getting a lot of information as to what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
We still don't really know the full story.
Right.
But it's going to be interesting, but I'm still worried about how the writers' strike is going to impact Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's definitely one of those movies where it's like, yeah, we were doing this, and I was like, I got to make sure, I got to put a few of these things on the list, because this is the first time we're doing this, where we're watching it. If I would have been able to put this on my actual TV, because of the recording situation, we would have been able to see it full screen, but at least this gives the listeners a chance to actually go and see what the playlist is, so they could watch these trailers uninterrupted themselves.
And then it gives you a chance, the viewers, for those of you who watch it at home, to see they fucking made that movie face.
Oh, yeah. Mike's face on a few of these is absolutely priceless.
Only the first two.
No. You were really getting sucked in on a couple of them,
Yeah,
but
but like the first two, I was like,
yeah.
The first two were like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
And then the rest of
Raccoon
them-
killed him.
Yeah, the rest of them, like, oh, I want to see this.
Yeah, I had to do two that were gonna be like, oh dear lord. But yeah, nah, Raccoon. Oh, that one just got me. I was like, I saw like a little bit of that, and I was like, no. I got to make sure. And I mentioned it on the last episode with you. Now, just so you are aware, there is an episode in between the last episode and this episode.
Yeah, it's Doug's secret episode.
No.
There's another secret episode.
There's an episode that has not been released yet.
Oh, he's digging deep into the vault here, folks.
Oh, no. There is an episode. It will come out this weekend. It will come out the weekend before this one. I might actually drop this video one early for everyone and then just do the audio next week.
Really? And who's on this one?
I brought back everyone's favorite guest, Jimmy.
Oh, cool.
So I have an episode of A Conversation with Jimmy.
That's cool. Jimmy's cool people.
Yes. So I might release that one, so I may release them out of order.
That's fine.
Put that one just as a nice little, hey, here's what's going on.
Yep. And also, to drive ratings back up when I come back. Because you like me. You really like me.
They don't. They really don't.
Yeah, well, explain how come ratings kind of went up when I joined, and when I came back, they kind of went up again.
That's because no one wanted to hear just me bouncing ideas off of me.
Yeah, what about when, I kind of raised things back up. I know Doug took my spot, but I took my crown back.
Oh, Doug actually reigned supreme. But yes, no, next time though, I definitely want to talk some of the new movies that have come out, give you a chance to actually see stuff now that you have not been in production.
Well, I kind of have a little something coming up. I got on when this episode drops, I probably would have already went to the New Evolution Wrestling first show, which comes out on the 17th.
Yep.
And then the following week, the 24th, I'm actually at a premiere film festival for the Fourth Wall down in Port Richmond.
So now I have to release them out of order. Oh no, you're promoting stuff, so I have to put it now.
No, you
it's
don't
like
have to.
Jimmy will come out after this one.
No, you drop this one.
Okay, Niddler.
Yes, it took me a second, like monkey bird. Luigi Tut.
No, Niddler.
That was the monkey bird's name from Pirates of the Dark Water.
I was actually talking about Futurama.
Oh, well, I immediately thought Pirates of Dark Water.
I did that because you brought up Joe DiMaggio.
John DiMaggio. Joe DiMaggio was a baseball player.
John DiMaggio, because remember, Bender.
Yeah.
So yeah.
My name is Bender Bending Rodriguez.
Yep. As well as a huge swath of the cast. It really is amazing when you hear a voice actor and there's at least two people on one show and they are doing about 50% of the voices on the show between two people.
That's just like Mel Blanc doing like 99%.
He got credit for ones he didn't even do. That was like part of his contract. But you know what? I give him credit because eventually he wasn't going to be able to keep doing all of them, and with the amount of the cartoons that came out back then.
And also he was Twiggy in Buck Rogers.
Yep. Yeah. Sorry, Buck ate you. It's not a shot at Gil Gerard. It just, oof. Should never have bought those bootlegs from him of the Buck Rogers movie. It was, yeah, the copies didn't work. It was a shit show. Especially trying to get working copies of them. So, but it is available on DVD, if I'm not mistaken, for Buck Rogers.
Probably.
So, we want to wrap everything up this week. You know, we've had a little bit of fun now, so I figure it's like we're winding down.
Yeah, it's been a long work day for me.
It's been a long week for both of us. So, with that being said, Mike, tell everyone how they can get in touch with us.
Smoke signals, carrier pigeons, snail mail. But if you want to go the modern route, you can hit us up on Instagram at the Dragoon's Lair Podcast. You can follow us on Facebook at the Dragoon Layers Podcast. For those of you who know how to speak.
If the Dragoon's Lair Podcast.
Thank you. If you want to contact me, you can follow me, Mike Schiavo, on Facebook and at Hamster Pellet Productions on both Instagram and Facebook.
And if you want to find me, you can find me, the Blue Dragoon himself, at Blue Dragoon 13 on TikTok, Instagram,
Pornhub.
Snapchat.
Got him again.
YouTube, Twitch, and from Twitch you can find my Discord page.
That's Pornhub page.
Remember, you can like the show on YouTube. So you can go to the Blue Dragoon 13 YouTube channel. You'll be able to watch the episodes of the show. Or you can watch the episodes of the show on Spotify. But you can also listen to the show audio only on iHeartRadio, iTunes, and any of your other favorite podcasting platforms.
Now, before we sign off, I have a question for everybody.
Okay.
It's your opinion. Get you to write in. Now, Danielle, you said?
Yes.
Danielle said I look like Peter Boyle.
No. Diana.
Diana said I look like Peter Boyle. I personally don't see it. I've been told I look like Ray Romano, Andy Garcia, Andy Pettit. Take a look at me. Here's the profile. Here's Dead On. And here's the back of the chair.
Let's do that again so everyone can really get a look. I made sure I zoomed in on you this time.
Okay. Front. Profile. Okay. Who do you think I look like? Because I want to hear from you. Because honestly, Diana, no offense, I don't see Ray, I don't see Peter Boyle. But putting it out there, who do you think I look like, celebrity-wise, besides myself?
Andy Kaufman.
God, no. First off, a dude was like 7 feet tall. He was a monster. But now, you look like Andy Kaufman. You.
Andy Kaufman wasn't 7 feet tall.
He was a tall dude.
He was tall, but he wasn't.
He wasn't 7 feet. He was like 6'5", 6'6",
Yeah.
somewhere around there. But he was. Who do you think I look like? Okay, I want to hear from you, please. Hit him up at his Dragoons.
At the Dragoons Lair Podcast at gmail.com. That's Dragoons Lair Podcast at gmail.com. All one word, Dragoon is spelled with 2 O's. That's Dragoons Lair Podcast at gmail.com. Send us an email. Let us know.
Yeah.
Who does Mike look like?
Yeah, hit us up on Instagram.
Does Mike look like a celebrity? Does he look like a wee puppet man? Or
That's only when I sleep.
does he even just resemble
a real boy
or girl?
Well, if my hair's long enough. Again, shoot me a message on Instagram. I check the Instagram
Religiously.
Dragoons page. Yeah. Who do I look like? Who do you think I look like? I want to hear from you, please.
Yep. So, with that being said, everyone, I want to thank you all for tuning in to another wonderful episode of the Dragoons Lair Podcast, everyone's favorite podcast. So, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Now get out.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Later.